People in Hamilton were keeping the pressure on the provincial government today over farmland and the environment. They're fighting to force Premier Doug Ford to reverse his order for Hamilton to expand its urban boundary. Al Sweeney has the latest on this story.
After winning a victory over the Greenbelt, environmental protesters say there's still a lot more to be done.
We need to show that a lot of us are out here caring about the Greenbelt, caring about what happens with our future and the environment.
Premier Doug Ford apologized when he reversed his Greenbelt development plan last month.
To earn back your trust, I'll be reversing the changes we made.
But protesters want to see the promise in action.
We haven't seen the details yet, so we want to keep up the conversation.
And they're fighting the province's order for Hamilton to expand its urban boundary into farmland, which still stands.
That is much larger in size in Hamilton than the Greenbelt grab would have been. So we want to have an investigation and really look into the details of how were those lands identified.
This rally for the environment was sparked by young people, some very young.
Stop what?
Attacking the Greenbelt. We should not make houses right beside where animals live.
It started when a family's children between 5 and 8 years old asked what an environmental protest in the spring was about.
We talked about the issues, about how they're changing potentially protected land into housing developments, and our kids said, well, that's not fair. They shouldn't be doing that. And they said, we should do something.
So that morning he wrote a letter to Doug Ford, and so we mailed it.
5-year-old Sage wrote to Premier Ford. Did Doug Ford write back to him?
He didn't, no. No, unfortunately he didn't. I thought that would be such a win for him. To see, you know, my voice does really matter.
Although Ford didn't respond to the children, other politicians did.
I got an invitation from an 8-year-old to come to this rally, and I'm certainly not going to turn that down. And I think Doug Ford needs to take the same approach and listen to the youth.
Youth in our community asked us to show up, and I think that's what youth around the world have been asking for when it comes to climate action.
And other young people showed up.
We want to make sure that we can all live sustainably here, and so it's just really important to advocate for the environment.
For a long time, Premier Ford ignored people over the Greenbelt until he finally reversed his policy. Now it seems he's willing to ignore small children. But this fight isn't over. Adam?